guys, welcome to Breathe for Saturday 18th of September. That's the 18 class with Coach Heathy. Now let's get straight into it, eh? Our warm up today, we have a 200 meter run, just a nice jog warm up pace, nice and limber. Coming in, and then we're into 2 rounds. Our first movement is 8 Cossack Squats with a 3-second pause at the bottom of each squat. So nice wide stance. Coming onto that heel, 1, 2, 3, getting a stretch with that groin in there. Next side, 1, 2, 3, and we have 4 each leg, alternating each rep. Going into our next movement, 8 lizard stretch, okay, with a bit of a rotation at the bottom. So going into that lunge position, nice wide lunge, coming down with my right arm, rotating up to the sky, coming down with my left arm, rotating up again, getting a stretch for that chest and groin again. Alternating legs, okay, so for each side, same thing, 1, stretch each arm. Then we're into our 8 chest to ground pec stretch. What that's going to look like, we're going to come lying on chest to ground, hence the name chest to ground. One arm going to go to the side, one arm's going to be like this, okay, rotating. Right, we have 8 each side, pausing for a couple seconds, 1, 2, 3, switching, 1, 2, 3, feeling a stretch through that pec. Then into 12-step death march. Now what that's going to look like is doing a little half step, hitting the hips, loading up, touching that foot, loading up the hamstrings for that stretch. Going to go 6 each leg, 12 total, walking down like that. We want to keep these hips nice and square, coming down nice and square. Try not to rotate your shoulders or twist or anything like that. So that is our warm up for today. Cracking into our strength and skill piece next, we have 4 sets. Now with a barbell, kettlebell, dumbbell, we're going to do 10 strict press, a barbell. In this position, elbows down, not too down, not too up, and then nice in between, pushing straight overhead. Right, keep that ribcage nice and locked down. What we don't want to do is arc that back, let those hips sink forward. We want to do nice, straight up, head through the top, coming down, keep the torso nice and vertical. Same applies to our dumbbell or kettlebell. We'll have 5 each side. So that, try to keep the other hand out to the side or to the down, not trying to hold on to anything. 5 each side, just like that. Then we're going into our 10 overhead lunge. So same thing with dumbbell, kettlebell. If we're doing a dumbbell, kettlebell, just do 5 each arm. We can also bring this to our goblet position, just like that. Same with the barbell, through a barbell we'll go overhead as well. I prefer a bit of a grip between my snatch and clean grip. Lunging out, making sure, trying to keep that toe nice and straight, not trying to turn it in or out. Get that knee touching the ground, locking out overhead, standing up. Then we have 10 kang squats. We can just weight it as well. If we have a bar, have the bar on our back. Hinging those hips, send the hips back, send them down, that squat, hips back up, standing up fully. If we have the dumbbell kettlebell, we're going to do this in our front rack position, hips back, hips down, hips up, stand up. That is our dumbbell or barbell kettlebell version. Now if we don't have any equipment, we will be doing 4 sets of 10 push-up to pike, regular push-up, right, keeping those elbows nice and close to our body, coming down, pushing up into that pike position. We can also scale this back down to on our knees into a box, push up, coming to that pike, pushing that head through as far as we can, and then we have 20 shoulder taps. Now shoulder taps, I want you to focus on keeping that torso nice and stable and in line. So what I don't want to see is the rotating when we're doing it like that. What I'm looking It's nice and stable shoulders. The torso isn't moving at all. I like to stretch my legs a little bit to stabilize me so I can perform this. That's up to you, whatever works best. Then we have 5 to 7 Bulgarian split squats. Now we'll do this off a plate to elevate that back leg. So you're coming down and up like that, locking our leg out at the top. This one here. We don't have this, we can just do it on the ground in that split position, coming down, exploding up. We have 5 to 7 each leg. Right? Keeping that knee out, try not to let it buckle in, just kind of push it, force it out the whole time. So, after each set, regardless if it's barbell or no equipment, we are performing 2 to 3 Turkish get-ups each side, or 2 to 3 wall walks. Now, Turkish get-up, we're going to do this with a plate, a dumbbell, kettlebell, any piece of equipment. I prefer with a kettlebell. Coming down, one arm's going to come up, that same leg, the same side as that arm that's up, that knee is going to come up like this. The other leg is going to go flat, lie flat. My arm and my leg's flat in is going to go to the side, punching this up the whole time. I'm rolling onto my elbow, coming up to my hand. This straight leg is going to shoot through into that lunge. Now I'm in the lunge position. I'm going to just stand up, keeping that arm up the whole time through kettlebell or dumbbell or whatever. Coming back down the exact same way we came up. Lunge down, hand to the side, leg through, onto the bum, onto the elbow, onto your back. Now that is your Turkish get up, 2 to 3 each arm, or we're doing 2 to 3 wall walks each. That is your strength for today's team. Now there's no necessary time cap on it, so make sure we're performing the movements as prescribed. Okay, scale anything back we need so we can get the best out of the strength piece, but giving yourself a bit of time to recover between each movement and set so we can perform it at our best ability. Now, after that strength piece team, we're into our conditioning today. A bit of a spicy piece for this one. We have a 12-minute AMRAP. For the barbell, we have 6 rounds, starting with 9 deadlifts. Keep the bar nice and close to your shins, send the hips back and forward, into 7 hang power cleans. Fast elbows, using those hips to propel the bar up, so hinging, bottom of the hips, nice fast elbows, into 5, shoulder overhead. We can do this any way we want. We can do a push press, push jerk, strict press, however you want. Then we're going to do a 200-meter run, row, or 15 or 12 calories. Now, the thing is, if you break anywhere between your first deadlift and your last shoulder to overhead, we have a 5 burpee penalty, 5 lateral burpees over the bar. Now after your last run, so you've done 6 rounds, coming for the last round, we're coming in to max back squats or front squats. So chucking that bar on your back, squatting down, send the hips back, all the way down, or we have our front squats. Into our dumbbell or kettlebell version, similar format, 12-minute AMRAP, 6 rounds, going 9 deadlifts into 7 hang power cleans. So that we can catch that supporter squat and stand our way up into 5 shoulder overhead again. I recommend the push jerk, the most efficient movement, dipping and driving like you're sitting back on a seat, pushing up, re-dipping and catching it, standing all the way up. Then we have a 200-meter run. Same thing, any break either side, we're doing 5 burpees over our dumbbell kettlebell. Now how this works is you're going to do 1 round all on your right side and 1 round all on your left side. And then we're coming back in, remaining that 12 minutes, we're into max goblet squats, holding that dumbbell kettlebell in that goblet position, nice and close to your chest, not out there, holding it nice and close to your chest, elbows down, trying not to have them up like that, squatting down nice and low. So doing that, in the remainder of our 12 minutes. Into our last one, our no equipment option. This time we have 5 rounds, still 12-minute AMRAP, starting with 9 bodybuilders. Bodybuilders is a push-up, is a burpee, no push-up. like that. And to, this time, 7 regular push-ups, or a push-up to box or chair or anything like that, all on your knees. And to 5 sit-ups. Make sure each rep we're starting, hands behind us, and then hands in front of us and touching our feet. Then we have our 200-meter run after each round. Then we're going into, after those 5 rounds, around the 12-minute AMRAP, we have max object squats. When you guys get nice and creative with this one, right, we can hold our kid, hold our dog, cat, whatever you want, a bag, full of a few rocks or butter, anything like that. But this time, if you break those squats, you're into 7 burpees. Regular burpee, just like that. So make sure you know equipment team, you're holding onto that squat as long as possible. That is your workout for tomorrow, team. Your 8 AM class with Coach Heath. Make sure you have a bit of fun with it, okay? 12 minutes, pushing that pace, coming in straight into your max squats. And remember the time, make sure we're not getting any penalties, okay? Don't want to do any burpees, so holding onto that barbell, kettlebell, dumbbell as long as we can, or that squat. Okay, have a bit of fun with it, enjoying your Saturday class. That is us.